Hello and welcome. My name is Deborah Santo and I am a business developer at Typhoon Hill. In this video, we will be focusing on the new features and improvements included in the 2025.2 software release for Typhoon Hill Control Center. Join us as we explore more details on what this release has to offer. The microgrid library of DHCC continues to expand with a new generic DC-DC converter component. It consists of two main parts: a control subsystem which includes control and protective functions and a power stage with necessary measurements. DC-DC converter is capable of operating in three different modes: isochronous, droop, and grid following mode. The main elements of power stage include an average model based on dual active bridge topology, an output filter, and the MCB that connects the converter to the grid. All power stage elements are parameterized from the component dialog box. The component has been designed to operate in a wide output power range. This component has one user interface input and one user interface output, which are seamlessly connected to the appropriate input and output on the corresponding generic DC-DC converter UI subsystem. The UI block has built-in probe components for output signals and SCADA input components for input signals. The DC-DC converter UI subsystem is in the same place in the schematic editor library as the DC-DC converter component. The fuel cell component has always been designed to allow for detailed parameterization, which in return meant it was somewhat complicated to use when compared to many of our other components. Now, we are happy to announce that in addition to the previously available detailed parameter definition, there is another option to choose from. Simplified parameter definition makes the parameterization process significantly easier by letting you derive parameters by selecting one of several standard fuel cells available on the market. Model transfer from other simulation tools is now streamlined as well. These changes now provide a much simpler way for users with a power electronics background to incorporate fuel cells in their model, regardless of their experience level in the fuel cell domain. As the name suggests, the physical layer of SFP Simulation Link is based on the small form factor pluggable, or SFP transceivers. The SFP Simulation Link uses Xilinx Aurora Link Layer Protocol, which is configurable through an online configurator. Previously, link bandwidth was set to 5 gigabits per second and couldn't be changed. With the 2025.2 release, a link bandwidth is adjustable with 6 options in total: 0.5, 1, 2, 2.5, 4, and of course 5 gigabits per second. An option to add hardware-generated cyclic redundancy check to SSL frames is now also available. And maybe most importantly, communication with different controllers and co-simulation with other vendors is now possible. With this release, Ethernet connection with the Hill device has been made more convenient. The default IP address for the Hill device has been removed, so it is now possible to have a direct one-to-one connection between the PC and the Hill device without requiring static IP configuration. Now, if the Hill device cannot obtain an IP address via DHCP, it will use an address from the automatic private IP addressing range. For more information on this, please refer to the documentation links below. This improvement simplifies local communication within small network setups. Signal Analyzer has received many user experience improvements in this software release. You can see the changes as soon as you open the Signal Analyzer. Different tab icons are visible depending on whether the data source is Typhoon Sim, SCADA, or a data file, and each tab can be renamed. Tab names have now been streamlined to better highlight useful information about your signal and reduce clutter in the window. You can still access the full file name on the tooltip. Each instance of the word export has been changed to save, and each instance of import has been changed to load. There are also two new menus, load and save. Upon opening the Save Signals to File window, which can now be done with Ctrl+S shortcut as well, you can see that the default save format has been set to table format. While saving the file, the suggested file name is the same as the file name of the Imported Data tab. With the 2025.2 software release, several features that were previously only available for real-time simulation with a dedicated toolbox are now available for all Hill users. The most prominent of these features is the Typhoon Test tool, which is now available for all Hill users, no toolbox required. If you haven't already, we hope you take this chance to use this powerful test automation tool for your models to accelerate the ease and scope of your test campaigns. In addition to that, Ethernet Variable Exchange, EtherCAT protocol, and SFP Simulation Link communication protocols are also available with no additional software subscription. The Typhoon Sim library continues to grow, with more components being supported every update. With the 2025.2 release, the FMU import component can now be used in Typhoon Sim. This update should be particularly helpful to users looking to import models from other software environments into Typhoon Hill Control Center. Additionally, one machine component, the ANSYS ECE 3-phase PMSM, and 9 more converter components are now supported in Typhoon Sim. Beyond this, we have added the option to expose auxiliary winding on single-phase induction machine. Thank you for joining us on this release walkthrough of our 2025.2 software release. We invite you to test out these new features in your projects and provide us with your insights and experiences. For more information and updates, stay connected. Thank you for watching.
Check the video description for more resources on this topic, including how to download and get started with Typhoon Hill Control Center for free. You can also visit Hill.Academy to access free courses, expand your Hill testing skill set, and get certified. Subscribe to our channel to get notified about new content.